Center performing for you. It's one of our many practice flight demonstrations of the 2004 season.
Over 100 times this year, Lieutenant Justin Otto will greet eager crowds at the start of a Blue Angel practice or performance.
Little guy. Ready now.
Moments later, the Blue Jets will take off in fingertip formation and begin 40 minutes of graceful, fast, and high-powered precision flying. The first air show in March wrapped up winter training for the squadron. 3 months of grueling physical and mental work, including over 120 practice flights, are behind them. 8 months of weekend air shows lie ahead.
Here we go.
For the pilots, it's time to reap the rewards of being a Blue Angel, doing what they love.
I think I've always known I wanted to fly jets.
Take it in.
And when we had a little time off flying, I look at the wings, see a blue wing with a gold tip. It's funny because it's almost larger than life. Couldn't be happier. I'm loving this.
There's nothing that's ever been better than this.
Little guy, level.
It's funny because as you become more senior, you get more responsibility, you do some neater things, you think, wow, what could ever top that? I'm pretty confident in this job. I don't know what could ever top this.
But right now, the team has work to do, refining the season's air show. Formations must be flown tighter, maneuvers executed more crisply. The squadron calls the process whittling away at a block of wood.
Bit by bit, piece by piece, it all comes together and culminates at some point here. The light bulb comes on and we'll be flying a really tight, solid, procedurally sound, and safe demo.
Ladies and gentlemen, representing your United States Navy and Marine Corps, the Blue Angel 2004.
With the end of winter training, the Blue Angels host an open house at their El Centro Naval Air Facility headquarters. It's an important social function, one of many during the show season, where they meet the public as representatives of the Navy and Marine Corps.
It's neat to see people, get involved like that. I mean, everybody's just friendly and just wants to shake your hand and ask you a couple questions. And, we love that stuff.
Team members see this as a chance to reach out to the community that's hosted them for 3 months.
You got to say goodbye, saying thanks. This will go on throughout the year because people end up there some sites and make us feel at home because we're away from them so much. But we appreciate it. It's good stuff.
Excellence and professionalism, Commander Russ Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, it is great to be here at El Centro tonight. As you know, we've been out here for almost 12 weeks now, doing our winter training. After this, we're on the road every weekend. We'll be out there showing the United States of America a little bit about what the Navy Marine Corps is all about.
Before hitting the road, the team gathers for one last meal at El Centro. Camaraderie is all important to the team's performance. The bonds they formed during the last 12 weeks must sustain them through a rigorous show season with few days off.
Well, during winter training, we got to know each other very well. The whole team became one cohesive fighting unit.
But as a unit, the Blue Angels are different in one distinct way.
This is definitely the most democratic military organization I've ever been involved with. Here we all contribute. We all buy into the plan. You're on the road 300 days a year with this team, so you have to have the kind of relationship and the kind of people on board that can get along with each other and do that.
It's like anything in life, when it comes to relationships, we are very tight, we get along fantastically, everyone on the team is just a great bunch. These guys are my friends, and we're sticking out together.
Yeah, this special trust and confidence I talk about, it's not just between me and the other pilots, it's everybody on the team. That's where it comes together, not just the flying part of it, But the social part of it, the teamwork part of it, the working relationships, that's where you learn how to do this.
Next morning, the team will fly home to training headquarters at the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida. They'll continue working there on the show, or demo, honing their skills and perfecting the timing of the aerial maneuvers. Boss Bartlett, in his second and last year as squadron leader, is eager to get started.
Going back to do this through all the shows throughout the show year is going to be phenomenal. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to that. Being able to polish the demo rather than learn it, I can't wait to get started. It's going to be great.
Once back in Pensacola, the polishing begins.
I'm ready now. I'm ready now. I'm ready.
The maneuvers consist of standard fighter techniques every naval aviator learns. However, in the fleet, they're flown above 30,000 feet. During an air show, the action happens at far lower altitudes, sometimes as little as 50 feet above the ground. For the pilots, each day is a test of physical strength and endurance. But flying the demo at 400 miles an hour and less than 2 feet apart also means keeping mentally sharp.
Just to be able to execute it precisely from day to day requires a level of concentration and precision and consistency more than anything I've ever had to produce in anything in my whole life.
Ready, hit.
You really have to kind of give your own gut check to make sure that you're ready to go flying the airplane. Not assume that you're just going to get in there because of hundreds of times you've rolled the airplane to the left, you're going to do it right again today. You're not crashing around.
What I learned about this kind of flying is just a lesson on concentration like I've never seen. If I compare now to day one out here, I really see that steep learning curve. I see the improvement I've done. Then I look from here and I look at, 5-6 weeks from now, we get nervous thinking, I got a long way to go.
When we're flying close all the time in the Diamond, we can't move. And if you do, you're screwing your buddy. So right away, you're just focused and intense.
Flying the squadron's signature four-plane diamond formation is a test of aerial teamwork, skill, and trust. The aim is to appear welded together in the sky, a single coordinated unit. But achieving a tight, solid diamond is only one part of the job. Each team for nearly 60 years has made perfecting the demo its ultimate goal. Bill Newman, boss in the late 70s, explains why.
Well, naval aviation is about flight discipline. And the Blue Angels are really about flight discipline because the mission, flying these maneuvers close to the ground so that people can see the planes and can see the performance, is hazardous in its very nature. When you're flying in close formation, everything has to be perfectly smooth, coordinated, and predictable. You're always going to have that. You've always got stuff going on in your life. So you've got to put everything else aside, and you have to go out there and give it 100%. If it was easy, then we wouldn't need to train like this. It's hard. We understand that. It's just a mindset thing.
A mindset that began long ago, following the end of World War II. In 1946, with troop downsizing in full swing, finding new recruits to serve in America's armed forces became a challenge. The Navy decided upon a flight demonstration team to anchor its post-war public relations campaign. The brass in Washington selected Lieutenant Commander Roy Voris, a highly respected naval aviator, to get this team off the ground.